talk about how you got more than 70 votes for your resolution. First, what you got? How many? 20 Republican votes for your
26.
26.
Almost more than half the Republican caucus. But I've been saying for well over a year, I don't think there's 12 Republicans support this president's position. I really don't. I don't think there's a dozen Republican senators that support the position. What is 2 sentences? Stand up an Iraqi army so American troops can stand down. 2, strong central democratic government in Baghdad that will act as the first domino to fall through the Middle East, generating the end, if not the end, of a fatal blow to terror and add stability. To accomplish the latter, you surge troops for what purpose? To give the warring factions breathing room to do what? To make a political accommodation to end their civil war. That's the deal. I don't know 12 Republicans who think you're going to be able to stand up an Iraqi army. And when I say stand up, when they say, and the American people say it, they only mean stand up for one reason. Stand up one Iraqi, bring one American home. That's what stand-up's about.
Yeah.
Okay? Nobody believes that is possible. Nobody. Here we are, $20 billion later in training Iraqis in 4.5 years, and we're still, at a minimum, 4 years away from that happening. It's malarkey. Secondly, and I think they all understand that. The vast majority of Republicans understand that. Second thing they understand, because a lot of them have been there now. One of the good news things is a lot have gone over. A lot have actually gone over. Not as much as I have or Lindsay or a lot of other people, but I've gone there 8 times. Been there every 6 months, basically, since the war began. Actually talk to real live people. Go out like you do when you're reporters. You go out and you actually look them in the eye. You go to the scene of the crime. You talk to them. And guess what? Nobody thinks there's a possibility of establishing a strong unity government that can gain the support of the Iraqi people, bring security and economic prosperity to the Iraqis. Nobody. So, since these folks have seen that, what did they see if they've gone over lately? Every success that's existed in Iraq has been at a local level. That's where the successes come. The irony is, the very things the president says that have been positive about the surge have been things that I've been talking about for 3.5 years. I mean it sincerely. It sounds awful way to say it. But some of us have been talking about for 3.5 years. What has it been? It has been, you're never going to have a Kurd or a Shia walking in a Sunni town patrolling the street. And you can do that combination throughout. Number 2, I wrote a report 3.5 years ago. Lindsay was with me when we went. I came back and said it is 0. It's worse than 0. They're death squads. It should be eliminated. No national police force. Eliminated. So what did we finally do? They're holding out the Sunnis as success. What did we do? We went in and said to the tribal leaders, hey guys, look, you can patrol your own streets. You mean we don't have to have anybody from central government here? Absolutely. Good. 10,000 people show up from the tribes. 10,000 people show up. Guess what? They're patrolling their streets. They still haven't gotten it under control, but it's a lot further down the road, and no one's talking about a national police force. No one's talking about the National Iraqi Army patrolling in Anbar province. So look at where things are happening. We only have 100 American soldiers in Kurdistan. There's not been one American soldier killed. Surprise, surprise.